This video is finally the promised edited version of the live panel for CocoVid 2020, the confidence to wear kimono. I personally do not enjoy rewatching live streams when they're older because they're meant to be watched live, but in our panel there was so many worthy experiences and pieces of advice shared that I really want to keep on my channel. That's why I have edited this live video or live stream into a more compact version that is hopefully easier to watch. Enjoy!
So I would like to ask my guests to introduce themselves. We're going to go alphabetically. So we're going to start with Anna.
My name is Anna Bielak, and I'm a kimono teacher, stylist based in Poland. I organize Polish events for Polish kimono, the Jack in Kakao also. So I try to promote kimonos in Poland any way I can. I have published a book. If there are any Polish people, it's in Polish. So unfortunately, only for Polish readers. So yeah, I'm teacher, stylist, researcher, anything what goes with kimono. I love so.
And my name is Sala Okabe, Melbourne, Australia-based kimono stylist. And also, I'm owner of the vintage kimono shop in Melbourne. Yes, so basically, now it's Melbourne is totally locked down, so I can't do much about during this this stage. So, but still, at least I can do something on the Zoom online. Yeah, I'm just happy to be here as well.
I'm Tia Oguri. I'm known as Uberdandy Kimono. I'm a kimono stylist, designer, and like Sala-san, I also sell vintage kimono in 2 shops here in UK. So I'm actually based in Oxford and I'm South African as well. I'm a huge fan of Sala-san. I've been following him since days of Kimono Dijip. So that's how I started my kimono journey. I can talk about that a bit later.
Tia was already talking about the kimono journey, so I would actually love to have Tia starting with actually talking how she became like interested in kimono and how the passion became stronger, and what was your biggest inspiration to actually start up with kimono?
I think for me, it would say the changing seasons. I know like for a lot of people that start kimono, it's very overwhelming. Yeah, but for me, I thought that was like the beauty of it, you know, being able to wear different textiles, you know, in different seasons, and then like the wide range of fabrics as well. And then, yeah, so I started wearing kimono in 2009. So it's been, a decade now, you know, and I've got huge thanks to Sala-san because her blog, it's still up there, I think, if you really look. It's called Kimono Dijip. So yeah. She is you know, like for me, someone that could not afford like any of the kitsuke accessories, you know, or to fit into most of the kimonos. I've got very wide hips and big aunties. Yeah. So, you know, she would teach you, like she would show you like how to make obijime, you know, like from the very simple things, like, and then that's why I still always wear belts, you know, as obijime, simply because of her. You know, and like musaobi as well, how to make your own obi. And then like, so after that, you know, I incorporated that into my style. So like the whole Uberdandy kimono, you know, it's about being fashionable whilst wearing basically low budget items. Yeah. And then slowly I kind of like found my own style. I like the more, as the name says, the more dandy, the more flamboyant kind of stuff. Yeah. But, you know, I absolutely adore traditional kitsuke. So even if I'm doing like the fashion editorials, which I ended up like being very much into, I still make sure to take on like parts of like the traditional kitsuke. Yeah. And then recently, of course, I launched my own designs. as well.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah.
They're so awesome.
Oh, it's a very you. It's so you.
It's totally
Thank
you.
But I guess, it's like, it's one of those, okay, everyone can wear kimono regardless of the fabrics or the whatever. It's something, that personally I've honestly enjoyed throughout the whole 10 years of wearing them.
When did you see your first kimono was kind of like, oh gosh, I want to wear that?
I don't remember, but I've got a very terrible memory, but I can tell you that I used to watch a lot of NHK Tiger dramas and I absolutely adored them. And that's why most of my personal kimono are still scenery. Yeah, but my first kimono was the worst one. Okay, I would not recommend at all. It was a synthetic kimono. So, like, yeah, the shiny type. And I wore in peak summer. I completely roasted. And then after that, I was like, never again. So the beginning was very, very bumpy.
When I was young, I had no interest about kimono at all, just zero, until when I was 23 years old. Then I was traveling in India, and I saw some Indian ladies who's washing their sari near the Ganges River. And they didn't look wealthy at all. Just they're wearing very ordinary, sort of the expensive sari, but they look so gorgeous to me. Oh, so I'm just so moved. So, why they look so beautiful? Because they're wearing their own costume and their own country, just as a daily life. Just really looks beautiful to me. And then it made me, I want to wear kimono in Japan. Then just after I went back to Japan, but I had no idea how to wear it. So I just bought. I had no idea what to buy. So I just went to some kimono shop near my sort of local town area. Then I just bought like a sort of synthetic two-piece, the two-piece kimono. That's sort of Japanese restaurant waitress wearing that kind of things. I just put on, and I feel so happy. Then I want to learn how to wear it. And I just start going to some local small kitsuke lesson. Then somehow I just try to practice again and again. And then after maybe like a few months later, I start wearing on the street. I think I looked very messy, it's bumpy, but I'm just totally happy. I can wear it myself.
How long did it take to have your own style?
I don't know. I still sort of half of journey of my styling, I think. Sort of, getting slightly better and better, but sort of slightly changing my taste. Yeah. So I can't see my goal yet, but sort of just I can see that I can getting better and better, but that's not my goal yet.
My journey started with tea ceremony, so it's kind of different. But tea ceremony was something that got me fascinated, and I started in 2004, I think. So after about 1 year, I started wearing and learning kimonos. At first, my teacher or my senpai were helping with putting it on, but then I had pleasure to go to Japan, to Kyoto, for 1 year scholarship at Urasenke. So I was learning tea ceremony every day, and every day we were wearing kimono. So at that time, I got I got a bit of confidence in what I'm doing, and I started to be interested in kimono too. I liked it before, but I was seeing it through tea ceremony, and then in Japan, when I was meeting people and going to the stores and talking with kimono related people, I was like, I want to know more. I want to do more. So after I came back, honestly, it switched more to kimonos than tea ceremony. I still love tea ceremony, but when I was moving away from it, I started looking for my style and different styles. And I love experimenting. I'm not very maybe that courage. I don't have that much courage like girls. But I try to experiment in my area, a bit more classical, and I love experimenting with adding Western things to kimonos.
Sala actually already said you were starting kimono, you got interested and you started to wear it actually right away.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Did you like
it took about a few months to, sort of confident to wear, but it's sort of a separate two-piece kimono. We don't have any skill to just put it on like a wrap skirt and cardigan things. So we don't have any skill for wearing it. So even like that, so I just started going out with it. So I can't say it's just maybe just right now, or maybe after the proper one-piece kimono later on, after I learned properly how to wear it. Yeah. So
it took you a few months to actually gain the confidence.
Yes, sort of, yeah. But
what were you afraid of?
Yeah, but just I didn't find any opportunity to go out with the kimono, I was living in a sort of small town in Japan, not so like a Tokyo or like a Osaka, not like that kind of things, just
small town.
So I didn't have much opportunity to go to the fancy area, so
yeah.
Were
like people were you afraid of people actually being like judging you on how you look because it was a small town?
Well, I think I was too excited, so I didn't hear anything. I just I can wear kimono. That's it. So I couldn't hear anything.
I think it's one of those things like Sala said, it's like you're like, oh yes, I look good, you don't care. Oh, your focus is literally like, I'm wearing a kimono. That's how I felt. And like you said, I've never really considered it to be a costume. I've always thought of it as a traditional attire, so for me, I was like, I'm really excited to wear this scorching hot kimono. I'm just gonna go. And then it was for Kimono to Jack meetup, for the UK Kimono to Jack meetup, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then it was in London, and I think I lived in a very small town then, so I had to take the train into it, and then of course the underground, so everyone was staring as well. But I just put on sunglasses, and then they just looked away.
I guess it was easier for me in a way because I started as a tea ceremony student. So after some kind of workshops or presentation, I don't remember what was the reason. We just went for a walk to the city to have some dinner, and I was with the team. I was with my friends, with my tea ceremony group. So I wasn't thinking that I'm alone, which makes it easier, I believe. And it was simply fun. And when we started after, I think just going out in kimono, not after the ceremony or for the ceremony or something like that, started after my scholarship because after walking in kimono in Japan, I was more confident about it. Like you said, in Japan, it's also when it's foreigner wearing kimono, it also gains attention. So I got used to that, and I like Tia said. When I came back to Poland and I was wearing kimono, I'm just simply going outside. I felt good in it. I mean, I was feeling that I'm wearing something special. So when people were looking, it also felt cool. I think I wasn't, it wasn't stressful for me that they're looking. I was thinking that they're looking at kimono, which is nice, which is beautiful. So I was good with with it.
Having friends going with you is definitely a big help.
It-
But I think there are also a lot of people here watching this panel and they say, I have no friends who are interested in kimono or dressing up like that.
I believe that those don't have to be friends who are actually wearing kimonos, because just having someone you know, someone you love, someone you feel good with is supportive. And you should feel better even if the other person doesn't wear kimono. And if you don't have friends who wear kimono, make them. I mean, you can always wear someone in your family, on one of your friends, put kimono on them, and just simply have fun together.
If you want an excuses for you and you really want to build up your confidence, you know, you start off with a haori, you know, a haori with jeans, a haori on top of a dress, and then like slowly you work your way. For example, if you see Sala-san's Instagram, you know, she wears some of the kimono like as a dress, you know, so it gets you comfortable wearing it, and then eventually like do more traditional kitsuke as you go. And also, you know, like for example, me, when I'm at the shop, you know, I always just like, I just wear it, you know, and people get used to seeing you in a kimono.
Yeah, it always takes time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just becomes normal. But I would highly recommend starting off with a haori and then like just westernizing the kitsuke and then developing further.
I have a friend who really wanted to wear kimono, but she did a little bit of research, and when she wanted to learn a little bit about kimono, and when she felt that it is okay, her kitsuke is quite okay. That she knew that she doesn't do anything awkward. It made her more confident to just go for I think it was restaurant at first, to go out with her husband to a restaurant. If you want to do that, always remember that the people that are looking at you won't tell if you have something a little bit moved or something isn't perfect. They cannot say that. So it's just something that can make a wearer more confident too. But it's not something that you have to have perfect kitsuke to go out, because nobody will notice.
When I go on the streets, especially outside of Japan, it is I get good reactions and bad reactions. I was wondering, guys, what kind of reactions do you get?
So when I was living in Osaka, it's about 50 years ago. Well, so I was wearing kimono for the daily life, and I just sort of getting like a sort of the subculture fashion kimono, just slightly getting popular, because the kimono, you know, the Kimono Hime book just after published, then sort of, you know, slightly just a few people start wearing a mix sort of, you know, contemporary kimono fashion. So I was wearing like a black boots, black pair of boots, and kimono in Osaka. But at that time, it was not so popular, so no one can see that kind of fashion before. So then, but I was quite confident. I was thinking I look quite good. But
I bet you did. I bet you did.
but you know, the sort of two middle-aged woman, that Oba-chan, just pointing at me like, look at her, she's wearing boots for the kimono.
Sakamoto Ryoma, Sakamoto Ryoma. Hello.
Yeah, so I was thinking, oh, so what? Yes, I am wearing kimono with the boots. So what? What's the point? But you know, so yeah. So that's now. It's after that. Is now that kind of style is getting popular. You know, so the people just start doing more like a mixed culture kimono style. So I don't think that boots for the kimono doesn't look bad anymore. So yeah, I think it's now I'm happy just to start more people just start mixing all the fashion culture together.
But that was in Japan. What kind of reactions do you get like in Melbourne?
Well, the Melbourne is sort of the very sort of multicultural city, and people loved fashion, and people loved sort of the cultural things and the vintage things as well. So just walking on the street with my kimono, normal kimono, just some like woman just come close to me and can I just tell you, you look so good. Where'd you get that? So just people just started a conversation. And, just people love the sort of the kimono and all the cultural things, and the people have some appreciation about all the culture, history, things like that. I never feel the bad feeling in Melbourne. I feel so good with wearing kimono in Melbourne.
I've never had a really bad situation in Poland, honestly, but I also live in a very international city, like in the old capital of Poland. So it's we have many tourists and many people also exchange cultures here. So it's not something strange when you walk in kimono. And honestly, like about a year ago, we were walking with friends, and just someone commented that what weird people or something like that, just simple comment. And I was laughing that after over 15 years of wearing kimono, I finally got some hate.
Oh yeah, you're part of the club, finally.
that was my comment, but it wasn't anything bad. Just a comment, and I was with friends, so I was just laughing at it.
Like Anna as well, I honestly don't. Yeah, I think mainly because I look at someone. Yeah, I'm like, come on, if you're really gonna say something, say it. Yeah. And I think that kind of like puts people off as well, because I'm like, say it, and then I'll say something back, kind of thing, yeah. But otherwise, I think I had like one weird comment. I was wearing like an African, Africa yukata, yeah. It was in London, and then this guy was like black geisha. I'm not gonna lie, personally, I'm not into the geisha culture, so I was like, that's very cringy for me personally. I always think that it's very cringy when someone, every time they see kimono, they say geisha, yeah. But otherwise, not bad comments really, yeah. So I've been fortunate on that part, I guess.
Sala, do you think you also have a lot of customers when you style them, foreigners, and shoot outside?
Every single time when I opened my pop-up shop, just wearing the kimono, I look like a geisha. But I just found that they never try to, describe or, and I mean, like, try to be mean to me, just they don't know about what geisha exactly mean. Just as the lady who's wearing the kimono is called geisha. Just a simple thinking about it. So they not try to be meaning to me. So I feel okay. All right.
It doesn't for them. Even it doesn't have to have bad meaning. It doesn't have to be bad comment. There's just people they know and
we don't know about. Yeah.
Okay, so I really want to have your best comment you ever got, like you still remember.
It wasn't a very sophisticated comment, but I was walking on a narrow pavement, and just a lady on her bike was passing by. So she was passing by quite fast, and I just moved away to make her way. And she just during the short moment, she commented that you look very nice, and it was like, oh, something that I wasn't expecting at all, because I just moved a little bit to make her way, and I think this is the situation that got mostly the strongest with me, because it was just a surprise.
I think it's probably when someone takes my picture, or when they ask to take my picture, should I say.
Oh yeah, when they ask, of course.
That's always like, for me, always a very positive thing, you know? Like, yeah. Other than that, most of the times I'm literally just in my own world. So I never really pay attention, let's just say. You know, because like for me, I'm not thinking I'm wearing a kimono. I'm usually like either like on my phone. So definitely when someone actually stops and asks to take my picture, that's always like a huge confidence boost as well.
Because I'm wearing kimono for when I go out, and just a friend started got interested about wearing kimono, because I sort of I feel I want to start wearing kimono because you look good. So kimono look really good on you. So I want to start wearing kimono. I just feel I can influence my friend or someone to, wearing kimono. So just make me really happy for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you advise to people actually get started with kimono?
What I try to say to my friends and students is to know the basics, because if you know the basics, you can on one side feel more comfortable, and then you can get inspirations from many places. So it doesn't have to, not everybody have to be specialist about kimono, but to know the basics will also let you know that you're not doing something weird. And when you know why something is okay and why something isn't okay, you can do like Tia always says that she loves mofuku, so funeral elements like black kimono and black elements. But she knows what she's doing, and she's doing it like her fashion. So it's okay then. It makes you feel good with your style and with what you want to do. Know the basic rules to break the rules, to have fun.
I would probably say get a hitoe, you know, a hitoe in a geometric print. And then that way, you know, like if it's a geometric print, you can wear it throughout the whole season. You know, let's say if, for example, you cannot afford to buy another kimono, you know, you can just style it up and down, you know, wear different kitsuke accessories or anything. So you don't really have to worry about, you know, wearing like a blue, you know, in the wrong season, or a pink in the wrong season if it's a geometric print, you know. And also, like, if you invest in a fitted one, you know, don't get one with a thing, the sleeves all the way up to here. You know, at least get a decent size sleeve. That way you won't have to also worry. Like, at least invest in a good fit for your first one and a multi-seasonal one. So like by the time, like Anna says, once your confidence builds up, you know, you can develop your style into whatever you want. Or so I would advise not to get antique ones when you're starting.
So luckily we have a YouTube now. So, and we have a beautiful YouTube channel, like a Billy Matsunaga's, like you can just, you know, the yeah, even in the English, just a very, you know, explain even very little things, you know, the feels more like a, you know, just practicing the, you know, even every people just starting from the zero. Then, but after the practice, it's getting better and better. Even I'm not perfect yet either. So, but just practice, just, you know, makes me more make you more little bit confidence like that. So just watch YouTube and yeah, just a little bit step by step, you can get confident a little bit more. Yeah.
Please remember, anybody who wants to start wearing kimono and start learning about kimono, please remember that nobody knows everything from the start, and nobody can wear perfectly from the start. It's like Sala said, you never want, you probably will not, you can be satisfied with your way of wearing kimono, with your kitsuke at the day, but I don't believe there is a feeling that you have, you know everything and you can do everything and it will be always perfect. You just know how to wear kimono. That's not possible. But that's one of the most beautiful things about kimono, that you can always learn something new, and always practice something new. So don't worry that it can be overwhelming at the start, because it's normal. It just has to take time.
I hope this video could give you some ideas of how to gain confidence to wear kimono and to enjoy your kimono life. Don't forget to follow my gorgeous panelists. All their information is down below. When you're longer on my channel, you might have noticed that I, from time to time, take videos off my channel and then they suddenly appear again, and some of them are really gone. That is because my channel evolves with me, and especially when I did more research on a specific topic, I want to revisit those videos and check the quality of the information they contain. So when you have one video you really loved and that is gone, be assured that I'm gonna do a video on the exact same topic, having the exact same information plus alpha. So look forward to that. And thank you so much, guys, for sticking around with me and watching this ever-evolving channel. And I talk to you in my next video. Bye!